13 years you went back and forth, Greek? That's amazing. Okay, So Ricardo's, I linked his easy vanilla pudding. And then I thought I would do like a 6 times batch. Because he only uses 2 cups of milk. And I didn't feel like that would be nearly enough, even if we just doubled it, like half a liter for the 8 portions. So we'll do a 3 times. That should set us up. And then this style of pudding is really easy. He stabilizes it with cornstarch slurry, which I've done before, and you really don't taste it once it's in there. Like I said, this is probably one of the easiest ways to make pudding. Oh, cool, Greek. Been 20 degrees there today, sunny blue skies. We're only at 10. Only at 10 degrees Celsius, so it's taken a while to heat up. Okay, so first things first. Whisk together sugar and cornstarch in our saucepan first, and then we whisk in the egg yolks and a little bit of the milk until it's smooth. And then we add the rest of the milk and just bring it to a boil. And that's it. And then after we strain it, if we need to, we stir in some butter at the end. That's literally it. Almost like a 1-pot pudding. This is cool. This is what a note says too. You'd think that we add butter to our pudding to make it taste better, but that's not the case. Here's a lesson in kitchen chemistry. When butter is added to cornstarch, the fat helps to create perfect texture that makes you want to grab a spoon and dig in. You're even in Mumbai? Cool. And then I always scroll down to the comments too if this is the first time I make the recipe. Just made this for the 3rd time, so good. With fresh Ontario strawberries. Thanks for the review, Karen. Ricardo, you're the best. Vanilla pudding recipe is so darn good, I'll never buy a box again. Not only good, but it's even easy too. I'm in then. In 2 weeks, you're off for 4 days because of the Queen's Jubilee. Can we also have that too, Mickey? Okay, so 3 times in this. Let's start there. Traeger's at 246. So about 100 degrees more to go still. Goa is super tropical. And then to fit everything, like we literally need a pot big enough to fit all of it. So I will take my biggest pot here. I think it will be this one. Thursday, Friday off. I will say I remember this, Mickey. Being in the UK, it was so cool. The first Friday I was ever in the UK, like walking around like after work where everyone got off of work at the same time. And yeah, the street just turns into a pub. So cool. So dang cool. The Florida of India. And hi, Crimson. How are you? Okay, let's do this. Switch it up and away we go. So we mix the sugar and cornstarch first. So you need 1.5 cups of white sugar and then 3/4 of a cup of cornstarch. Nice, Crimson. You got an AC put in. You're set up for the summer then. College mates with a guy from the family. The city of Goa named after. He had a few bucks. Cool, Trev. A couple bucks, I'm sure, hey? Sugar and cornstarch. And a new bird feeder set up. Nice one. We have, like, my bro has so many birds in the area. And, like, he doesn't even put anything out for them. It's just the best ever. They're so happy all the time. So we're doing 1.5 cups of sugar. We're tripling this. And I mean, leftover pudding is never a bad thing. But I'd rather not end up with not enough. Put a new metal great blue heron up on your door. Nice. I always love when people like decorate their apartment doors. It's like, wow, that's kind of homey. Okay, now 3/4 cup of cornstarch. Definitely get a spoon. You can't just like pour cornstarch out of the container. It will go everywhere. Yeah, the yard is wild. Yeah, that's like where we are too. It's quite wild. I think they like it that way. There was actually someone creeping into the yard last week. I caught him. I saw him like creeping in from the bedroom window. And I was like, okay, I wonder if he's gonna like go around the front and do the same thing. And he did. And so I went outside. This was like 8 in the morning, guys, by the way. I like go outside and stand on the porch. I'm just like this. And he sees me. And I'm like, don't even think about it. And he's like, oh, and like walks away. Like, that's right. Don't even think about it, man. Would not be the yard that I would want to mess with. You got a really mean dog. Cats have started catching mice. Nice one, Amp. Yeah, not sure what to do with it. Wait, you with the mouse or the cats are confused? Yeah, the murder box, exactly. Have you seen the murder buckets too? Just like make a ramp into a bucket for the mice and they just like fall in. Okay, so we're supposed to mix the cornstarch and the sugar up together first. Probably just so it's not lumpy, right? We don't want any starch lumps. And then from here we mix in the yolks, which feels so weird, but we shall follow the recipe. Everyone said it's awesome. Keep learning these new techniques. They eat the mice. Asher catches mice too, actually, outside. But Rando says she only eats the ones that aren't poison. And your dog is a mouse catcher. Like, what? Hey, Traeger's at 289, guys. We'll keep going. Get our eggs. So I brought over 6 eggs earlier. Yeah, usually set them free. That's nice of you. And Crimson England has great Indian street food. I will admit I didn't have a ton there. Maybe I didn't find the right spot, but I could definitely see that. We'll be smoking into the night. Us, Trev? Mm-mm. The pork belly only takes like 3-4 hours. That is true. That's true, Paloozer. Okay, so we're gonna crack all of these first, just into a container, and then we'll take the yolks out and put them in the pot. Whoa, did you hear my stomach just now? Yeah, whisk the yolks and a little bit of the milk in. Okay, so total amount of milk, just in case it gets really thick, is 2 cups worth. So 6 cups, 1.5 liters. Have you ever been at the business end of an ice bucket? Like had an ice bucket poured over my head, you're saying? No, I have not. At least I don't remember. I do remember the ice bucket challenge. You still can't unsee. Unbuff Kate. Sambo posting those photos. It's always good to look back on those though. It's like, hey, I did a thing. And I was pretty good at it, and it was really hard. So if I can do that thing, I can do all the other things too. That's right, Trev. Who's ever at the other end of that ice bucket? Getting some serious business from my foot. So that's our 6 cups of milk. Just got it ready there. And I'll just go put this back in the fridge actually so it stays fresh. And 1 small container for the whites. How do you separate a large amount of yolks from their whites? So this is something I was taught in culinary school from my patisserie instructor. Because we would learn like quite large portions in culinary school. We wouldn't just do like small batch. So you just take all of your eggs, crack them into 1 container. Start there. And then from there, once all the eggs are cracked neatly into the container, because you don't want to break the yolk as you do that, then you just fish the yolks out. That's it. That's the easiest way, instead of trying to like fiddle back and forth between the shells or even your hands or even like using the bottle. Yolk sucking method. Like I said, that's what we're taught in culinary school, and I can see that we actually just broke that one a little bit. Be gentle. Don't let it get caught on the side of the shell. Finally getting up there, 3:33. The sun is coming out now too. That's that. Put those in the compost. And then, okay, I don't know if I'm gonna separate these just yet. I think we're actually gonna take the stuff outside quickly first. Start with the pork belly, and then I'll come back and take the crumb pan for our dessert. And then we can carry on with our pudding. That'll be the best. Your egg consumption spiked at least 1,000% during the pandemic. You were just egging it. Okay, so this beast. And then one thing we learned, or I taught everyone today, is if you have like a divot in your pork belly, we put a couple foil pieces underneath just to pop up that divot so that the liquids don't stay sitting in there. And that way you get really even crispy skins or fats. There's a yolk separating utensil. I actually have it. A hand-me-down from my grandma. It's like the little spiral thing. This thing will cook in 3 hours? Yep. It actually will, Trev. It's surprising. So yeah, we start at 375 first for like half an hour to get the fat rendering and the piece of meat warmed, and then you turn it down. Yeah, 1 whole pork belly, $63. I will be back. Get this baby cooking. Sheesh. It is turning out to be pretty nice. A bit breezy, but nice. It's just this dog. No, girl. Noses away, please. Or I'll put it over on this side then. You really can't reach it. Nice one. That was my foil things falling off. Stick those back. under. One more. Awesome. Oop. Just dripping pork juices on my own self here. The dog's like, hell yeah, I'm into this. Hello? Must have just been me. It was me that left the light on. Okay guys, so we'll set a 30-minute timer for that, and then a shorter timer for the crumbs in a moment. Just had to wash my pork belly hands. Nice, now you got some more room in here too. Okay, this is the next stuff going in. So our crumbs par bake for like 10 minutes or so at 375. More pork than Mish has ever seen, Feta. That's what you think. Will that fit there? No. Alas, I will put it on the side then. Okay, one 30-minute timer, and then one, do a 7-minute. Hey Siri, 7-minute timer.
7 minutes, counting down.
Okay, now that's all ready to go. Sweet. No pork belly from Johnny Test cartoon? Yeah, a whole pork's worth of pork belly. Well, actually, isn't there two? There's 2 slabs of that on each piggy. That's just from the one side of the belly. Yeah, Amp, we were talking a little bit about that earlier, the Eurovision finals. Okay, so fish our yolks out of there, and then we're gonna whisk it up with a little bit of milk, so it's gonna get thick. Then we add our vanilla, and then the rest of the milk, and then we should be good. Get that cooking. We literally just bring it up to a simmer, let all the stuff cook together, and then we let it cool. Oh, that was the one that I broke. Whew. Good thing I noticed. She was falling. Bought a 10-pound pork belly 6 months ago. Really underestimated how much pork that is. Yeah, I still have 3 pounds in the freezer. I do like roasting it up like this though, and then freezing the portions if there's extra. It reheats really well, I find. Okay, there's that. 2, 4, 6. Gonna go wash my hands. I'll be back momentarily. We need more sriracha. Sriracha for what? We're gonna spice up our life tomorrow on stream with those Chongqing noodles for Eric. Eric the hot sauce man. I like how I already smell like a smokehouse almost. Okay, let's do this bigger whisk. Boom, 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 boom. Some milk. Let's see how that is. Sriracha? I would say it's pretty versatile. It's got good flavor, right? Like chili and garlic. That's what really makes it. So we're gonna whisk, whisk, whisk until this is nice and smooth. Almost like how we make a bechamel starting out. When we're whisking the roux into the milk. No lumps, so that's why you don't pour all of the milk in at one time here. It'll get too thin. And then we still need just a little bit of vanilla to flavor. Don't forget that. That looks good. I don't see any egg lumps. Mish is gifting you a tuna, Crimson. How long do olives in brine keep? I thought they'd keep for months in the fridge. They should. Like almost forever. Unless somehow the brine gets contaminated, I would say. Little bit of vanilla. And then for this, since we're cooking it, I think I'll do some of the dried. Some dried vanilla rather than the paste. What type of olives do you have as well? Maybe that makes a difference, Trev. So we can't call it vanilla pudding if it doesn't taste like vanilla, right? I'm gonna do like half a teaspoon of our dried vanilla powder. Yeah, it's surprising how far this stuff goes. Just vanilla flecks everywhere. So good. There is now KD cups, poutine, jalapeno, and buffalo chicken. I don't know. Should we try it? Well, that's like asking if we should try the unicorn one. You have Castrovillano olives. Weird. Some people say vanilla to describe things that are basic and plain, and then I also read a thing before that says, like, what even is the flavor of vanilla? Other than us just calling it vanilla. Like, it's a very hard flavor to actually describe, other than just calling it what it is. So I was like, I like that. They're the things that we don't think about. I'm just wiping off some yolk that I got on the side of the pot so it doesn't bake on or cook on. Okay, so getting rid of a few things. We'll get our burner set up and start bringing this up to a simmer. Things are working. We got our crumbs going. Our pork is roasting. We're working on our pudding layers. And then from here, it honestly just gets easier. Yeah, what does vanilla taste like? It tastes like vanilla. Yeah, it's so complex that we can honestly not even explain it. That's true. So let's put this on a medium heat. Medium-high heat maybe to start? Maybe medium-high, because this is all cold. Boom. Hello, Luis Diaz Proficoche. That's a good one, Crimson. When does a joke become a dad joke? When it becomes a parent. I'm dead. Louise, thanks for the 10 bits, friend. Hope you're a-okay. So yeah, we're just bringing this up to a simmer now. And then while we wait, let's put our whites away that are extra. You can always turn those into like an omelet or something. And then we also need to get a couple of butter nubs to mix into the pudding at the end, as well as melting some chocolate so that we can make a chocolate flavor too. you're gonna have the jalapeno cheddar Cheeto flavor of KD for supper. Let us know how it is then. This is like the beginning of an ice cream base. If only there wasn't cornstarch in it, right? Then we could maybe call it an anglaise. Vicky! Thank you for the 5 subbies. Okay, I'll put this away and then we'll welcome everyone in. Thank you, friend. Our timer is done as well. Okay. Gonna go check on our crumbs, but first, I'm gonna welcome in Pad by the Sea. We got Elf, Pog, Panda Charity, John and Sue, which I know they just found us earlier today, as well as Saela. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna grab my hot cloth and I'll be right back. Give this one more stir. I don't want to cook my eggs onto the bottom of the pot. I'm just gonna turn it down a bit. Go, go, go. And yeah, once these crumbs are done, and there's not too much more to do outside. Just checking on the pork every now and then. Good sundoggle. That was 7 minutes to start. Doesn't seem like they baked too much yet. I'm gonna let it keep going a little bit longer. Just leave my cloth out here. I'm gonna do another 5. Let's do another 5 minutes. That feels safe. Okay, feel a little bit of stuff already cooking. I think it was 2 tablespoons of butter per batch, which we did 3 times. Yeah. And then we want an unsalted butter as well. So 6 tablespoons total of butter to stir in at the end. And it says when it combines with the cornstarch in the pudding, that's what helps it stay really nice and silky, which I'm in. So if we do 6 times 30, so that should be about 180 mil. 125 mil in half a cup. Go with just over half a cup. And then from here, we're obviously going to cube it up a bit smaller, right? Just reuse this other container. Okay, that's funny, Crimson. I just read the Pink Panther joke fully. Da-dant, 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 da-dant. Crimson is upholding the Annie command for us. Sweet. Getting those from Reddit dad jokes? Don't use them all up. Gotta save some of those. Okay, so butter is ready. Next up, we'll get some chocolate out. How much chocolate should we get out? Honestly, don't know. I'm gonna like guesstimate. Maybe half a cup melted would be nice. Don't forget to keep stirring your pudding base. Obviously choose a microwave safe bowl. I'm gonna use the Calabo. The tasty bits. The finest Belgian milk Calais. Did you hear an Astra bark? No, I think I was just banging things by accident in the shelf. There's always new jokes. Like on the 4th, they were up to their big floppy gun on ears. Yeah, with the Star Wars, I believe that. Can't help it, honestly. Okay, so half a cup of chocolate to melt. That should definitely make a chocolate flavored pudding. Do that. 30-second increments is what I like to do in the microwave, and that way you don't overheat it and separate the cocoa butter from the solids. That's an important one as well. Let's do that while we're waiting still. I haven't even seen any steam come off of this yet, so we're still working on heating it up a bit. You can get the chocolate working though. And we will need a spatula for that. Can't drink enough water today. What's everyone else getting up to today? Sounds like some people have nice weather. That's good. Nothing even happened on the chocolate yet, so let's keep going. Oh, and our 5-minute timer on the crumbs are done. Again, so I'll go back out and check those too. And then we have 15 minutes until we check on the pork belly. That will be the half an hour. Looking good in there. The crumbs, I can smell them, and that's usually what tells me that they're done. It's obviously hard to check if chocolate crumbs are finished baking because they're so dark. We got a hot dog coming in, maybe to cool off. So yeah, we'll stop there. That was like just under 15 minutes. And yeah, they feel like a little bit crunchy and hard to the touch. So now, I mean, if we're still waiting on our custard here, looks like it's finally just coming up. You can pour this crumb in while it's warm into your jars and it will set up that way. First though, let's stir this. Just fried and vibing, not doing anything, like it. Weather was take it or leave it today, Blood Oak. Good thing it was a household day. Yeah, laundry, vacuum, small purchases, other chores. Ooh, a game room overhaul? Like video games or like board games? And so we need all of these jars. And the boys were so good. Both Ken and Yoko saved the jars for us from the past supper clubs. We'll be picking up some more today while we drop off a couple. As this is coming up to a simmer, you really want to keep stirring it. Like every few seconds, honestly. This is not the time to scramble the eggs. Yeah, game room. That's so cool. I'm gonna use a small measuring cup to try and drop the crumbs into the jar. Let them set up. I'm just gonna do it on the side over here. Took a 1/3 measuring cup and poured the crumbs into the jar. It's like that much worth, maybe 1/2 inch. You need enough for 8 portions. Probably go like that. And I think as that cools, it's gonna kind of set into there. Thanks for the follow, Krishna Kittu. And hi, Bonk. It's the real Bachman. We're making sex in a pan. The logistics of this. You've had this dessert before, right, Bonk? For video games, Blood Oak, your game room, cool. Making a proper space for when you work from home, love that. Gonna turn this down a little bit as it keeps coming up. Wall deco, new floor plan, that sort of thing. And new desks, love it. This is actually the first base in the jar. This is the first layer. Shake it until it's even. Bonk, how was your week? And yeah, Samo's just out charging the car right now, but he has the laptop with him, watching the stream and playing games, so that's cool. Busy week, forgot about checking in yesterday. That's okay, we actually didn't end up streaming. Had to go to the clinic to get checked out. I've had some issues the past couple of weeks with my digestive system. So hoping that we found the simple fix. I'll keep you guys updated on that as well. Almost done, nice. Okay, so that's our 5 jars. Let's keep whisking our pudding as it thickens up here. I'm actually surprised it hasn't thickened yet. The amount of cornstarch we put in. Yeah, green screens, the cats would love that. Supermarket karaoke tonight, GF's company party tomorrow, followed by a coworker B-Day celebrations. Awesome, Bonk. Sounds like a fun weekend. And yeah, you're feeling better, so you're up for all of the things. Okay, just grabbing a couple cups here. I think we'll do 3, maybe 4, actually. And so these are the other ones I'm gonna make for rando salmon fin. I think we have enough. Just a nice like 1/2 inch layer of crumb. A good crunch. Yeah, let's see what happens. Beluzer, yeah, I had to tie up your blind cords. Like, what are these cats doing, man? Those crazy kitties. Gotta scrape out the rest of these crumbs first. Whoa. Okay, it's starting to come up. Just gonna turn the heat down a little bit more too. She's trying to stick. And we will not have this. Mish, your carbonara today. I'm still thinking about it. Okay, I can tell it is actually getting thicker now. Look. It's just starting. So I gotta stop crumbing for a sec then. Oh, and it's getting steamy for you guys. Sorry. Turn on this fan for us. Keep stirring. This is the point where we don't go anywhere. And then you see as it cooks, the foamy top like dissipates. It gets so dang smooth. So this is what we are looking for if you're gonna make some homemade pudding, not from the box. We did one big batch of simple vanilla, and then we're gonna split it in half and fold some Calibo chocolate into the other half. So I have one bit of vanilla pudding and one bit of chocolate. Hi Lily, good to see you. Walking the line. Yeah, you literally can have pudding or you have a scorched bottom. There is no middle. Okay, so now I'm gonna grab a little spoon. Careful, because as this keeps bubbling up, it might splash you. I might actually do a half on the burner just while I go back here. And now we're gonna test to see if we taste any more starch from the cornstarch, but it's definitely thick enough. Nope, need to cook it a bit more. If it tastes like, I find cornstarch when it's not cooked enough tastes a bit like plasticky. So that's what I tasted, or just like uncooked starch. It's not ready yet. Your pudding should taste really creamy when it's done, and like milky, not starchy. Hey, that's cool, Crimson. That as a rental property there in town. Take it over and then it'll be closer to like shopping and stuff. That would definitely be handy. And I will say, cornstarch doesn't take nearly as long to cook out and thicken as like a flour-based roux does. It's already tasting better. It is very sweet though. Very sweet. Almost too much sugar in the recipe. So then we'll definitely make a point to try to not make the rest of the dessert too sweet. And yeah, lots of space in that other house, Crimson. That's good. Although sometimes I find if you have more space, you just collect more junk too. Okay, getting closer. It's quite thick too. Half of me almost wants to put a bit more milk in here, just with the sweetness of it. I think I might actually try. Oh, Mish, that sounds so good. I'm like totally on a mango kick right now. Mango cheesecake? I might have to do that. Yeah, Yoko was so cute, our other supper club guy. He's like, I loved the mango jar so much, I'm giving you an extra $5. It's like, okay. Thank you for the follow, Louise. Ooh, I will have a drink of water in a moment. Thank you. Stay hydrated, guys. Okay, one more try. Other side of the spoon now again. Is it starchy? And thank you for the 10 bits as well. Almost. Almost cooked out. I'm glad I added that milk though. Definitely tastes a bit less sweet. And it does have a good vanilla flavor, so I'm happy there. Cheers, Louise. A very sus fox is on your island, Crimson. Uh-oh. Ruh-oh. Okay, how's our chocolate in here? We need a couple more moments still. Thanks, Louise. Are you also a chef? We try our best, I would say. I'm trying to think of the fox. I don't know if I know who it is. The villager. Okay. So this is like basically melted. Half a cup of milk chocolate Calais. Oh, it's red. Okay. Why did I think that? Oh, yeah. Now I know. The sketchy art merchant. That's right. What does he give you? The cousin discount or something? I've not bought art in a bit. I've missed it. Cool me. Chef is cook. So like a cook. Profi kosh. Wait. Louise is a professional chef and you're German? So my husband was born in Germany. You'll see him when he comes back in a little bit. Just charging the car right now. Okay, this is gonna be my last taste test, I hope. Hello. Please be done. Well, good news is we know how to make pudding and we don't have to strain it because there's literally no lumps in there. Oh, actually this is probably the barrier that we're missing, guys. All of this butter that gets mixed in. I will say, I don't typically put butter into a pudding, but heck, that can't be bad, right? Okay, and then after this comes off, just gonna do like half on the burner set. We're gonna go check on the pork belly. Get your butter in there. Butter. From where is he? The town is called Lar, where he was born. The Lar man. We got a German chef in here with us now. Really cool. Yeah, we know the rule. Yeah, I was like, this can't be bad. Butter and pudding? Okay. And then it will also help it set up. Because, well, butter when it cools off gets hard. So it should have a really nice texture. Where is Lar? I'll spell it out for you.
L-A-H-R.
Yeah, there's your German chef. Maybe next year we'll go visit, guys. Hey, thanks, Mish. You found it. We need some German IRL streams. What's happening back there? Oh, Oreos is what's happening. Yeah, he grew up right by the Black Forest. Cake, ham, all good stuff. Oh, that totally made it just now. Perfect. Are you being serious right now, Mish? Because that's where Sam's sister used to live in Belleville. Lars' sister town in Canada is Belleville. Oh, also, yeah. Check this out. Check these out. Any Star Wars fans? Lego cast keychain from The Mandalorian.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Whoa, there's a dog there, careful. She'll get so sad at you too. She's like, why? Why'd you do this? Okay, just gonna move this so I can take the burners out and then it can start cooling and then we'll go check on the pork. It's so cool. Yeah, they sent us like an extra one by accident. And then what else? We got rid of a Porsche Lego earlier this week. Met a really cool lady that works at the hospital, so we might have jerky drop-offs for the hospital here. Aw, thank you for the 5 bits. Yeah, just for Mando. Okay, so pour half of our pudding into the chocolate. As best as you think what half is going to be. I think that looks pretty accurate. Scrape this. That doesn't drop. I'll show you what to do with that in a moment. But first, let's whisk this. Let's make some chocolate pudding. Hello. Right, Bonk. Like I was saying, that piece of metal cast on there is so heavy that you'd probably have to get a different keychain to put it on. Because it would just fall off and then you'd lose it. With like the small links that it came with. Hey, sweet. Thank you for the raid, friend. I didn't know that you stream, so welcome. Yeah, I've been streaming on Twitch for over 4 years now, almost creeping up to 4.5 actually. And you were playing food and drink too? What did you make? Okay, so just tapping that off. Just put that to the side for now. And then next one, just gonna use our spatula and scrape this all down the side of the pot. Scrape everything down, because as this cools, it's gonna create a film on top that doesn't mix in smooth afterwards. So you really don't want that to build up there as it cools. So I'll show you what we do then. Yeah, getting it scratched up. And then does anyone remember when they did the cast of Han Solo keychain? I think that was like last year or a couple years back. So I'm gonna take our plastic, our plastic wrap. Get that there. And then we're gonna press it right onto the pudding. Are you talking to me? Okay. Dog says uncle. So press it right on with no air bubbles on there, or as little as you can get. And then when you go to take it off after, it shouldn't even stick on. You'll just be able to take it cleanly off. That. Next one. Cool, Scat. Starting to save now. You can drop a lot at the Disney Lego store. You're from Cologne in Germany. Sweet. And then you stream in from the restaurant kitchen. We'll go back and watch the VOD then. And then you do a cooking show with guests. Sounds like a lot of fun. Maybe we can be a guest one time. Hey, did anyone see on Twitter that Food Beast is doing like a huge collab with some big gaming streamers on Twitch? I was intrigued. I was like, whoa, fancy. That would be an honor. What? Okay, let's take a peek at the list as well before we go check the pork. So we did our Oreo crumb, par baked it, and we did our pudding, vanilla, and chocolate. Next one, we do our whipped cream cheese layer. Cool, Crimson. And then you have an ancestor from Brandenburg. Interesting. Okay, let me also see this. Smelling very garlicky. You smelled that too?
Yeah.
When you open it, must be the jerky one. Okay, I'm gonna see if we can set up the extra camera. Zobocat, how are you? How have you been? I missed your face too. Good to see you as well.
Come from?
I don't know where that garlic came from. It's not this one? It's not.
It's not.
I thought it was you coming in smelling like garlic.
I'm not though.
Just gotta stop this update here.
Don't do it.
Please don't.
Not right now.
Wi-Fi? Didn't hear any connection sounds, did we? Yeah, nice, Zobo. I'm glad you saw the post. We talked a little bit about it this morning. I am planning to do mostly baking as well as jerky. So it's all gonna be stuff that is like shelf or counter stable is the easiest way to do it. Okay, so this did work. Awesome. I'm just gonna check the scene really quick. Boop. Now let's switch to here. You're bad. Okay, auto. And then Wi-Fi? No,
Oh shit!
it's not. Don't get too excited. It's being bad.
Wi-Fi.
Oh! It showed it came back on my phone.
Go back to auto. Is there an update for the Epoch Cam software maybe?
Weird, guys. Okay, let's just come back here for a sec. Just gonna do this.
Go to.
Going in
website
my
really quick.
test.
Do you want to
I'm just gonna try it this way first.
Okay.
Also, one thing that happened, the scroll wheel on the mouse doesn't work anymore.
What do you mean?
You can't scroll on the mouse anymore. Just doesn't work. I don't know why. We charged the mouse, guys, and now it doesn't work. Whack it, Bonk says. Okay, now it said it connected with Wi-Fi. Just have some smudges. Check, check, check. Bah. Okay, awesome.
Holy shit.
That. Do you want to hold this with the pork belly? Or do we want to set up the whole
No,
gimbal?
I got stuff to do.
Look, I just got told. Nah. We have stuff to do. Back to this then. How are you, Astra? She's loving going in and out. Got it. We're set up. Okay. See you guys in a moment. Don't look at anything when we go outside. Don't look at anything, okay? Okay, let's go. Okay, we're just on a 1 timer for the zoom in. We got the grill crew out here. First one. Hello, grill crew. Nice to see you. Sambo. Outdoor jerky man. Traeger. Happy. That's it. I would say that's exactly the color we're looking for in the first 30 minutes. Now from here, we can turn the heat down 100 degrees. Drip pans are doing in their work. Everything's dripping in them. See how I folded that over so nothing goes in between? Close that baby up. I'm gonna go like 285 will probably be the best. And now that's gonna drop temp and we'll check it in another hour. How about that? So I'm just gonna leave this out here then. Yeah, just leave it on this side, that's fine. Right, Sam, that's okay? Leave that there? Okay. Just a little bit of babysitting on the pork belly, but honestly not much. And that's our little house. Hello. Okay. 1 hour timer. Awesome. And we finished up with the puddings last. And then we were crumbing into the jars. And then we had a little bit left in the pan to scoop for this. Just put that there for now. It just got kind of stuck because of the butter. I'm okay with that though. Yeah. Perfect amount left for those other 2. Just got teleported. Yeah, you did. Back inside. Now you can put a bit more to finish off this other one. Sweet. So 8 portions. Get rid of these dishes on the side. Yeah, good menu. And hi Chase, how are you? So I'll just put this to the side and then we'll get our stand mixer set up for the whipped cream cheese topper. Namo. Caught the last bit of us shopping earlier. Nice one. Yeah, that was a fun one this morning. Good adventures. Always an adventure, honestly. Never know what's gonna happen. We got kicked out of the dollar store for streaming. Just another place we can't go in Canada. And then when we're whipping cream cheese like this, we obviously want it to be softened. So I took my cream cheese out like an hour ago. Just been sitting and warming up. We're gonna make, for our cream cheese stuff, 1.5 liters maybe? Basically the same amount as the puddings. So we have that many layers as well. Hello. 1 bucket of cream cheese. I don't like how it separates though. See like the liquid in there? Why does it do that? Why? And so we start with the cream cheese just by itself first. Get it really soft and like ready to accept more stuff. And we are gonna thin it out with some whipping cream. So it's gonna go very light and airy. I really like this. And then the nice tanginess of the cream cheese will definitely combine well with our homemade puddings. Take some of the sweetness away. Yeah, I'm gonna get a scoop with some of this liquid on it. I feel like that should be in with this. What would that be? The whey? You have your like curds and whey and cream cheese even? I'm intrigued. Looks like we're starting with about 2 cups worth of cream cheese. Let's start with that. I got messed up. Got so messy. Hi, Earth Town. How are you doing? Don't get why some of that separates, right, Bonk? Okay, and then this is gonna be a little bit thick right when we turn it on. So I'm gonna hold the bowl till it softens up, and we'll just start on low. Go a little bit higher if you feel comfortable. And yeah, we start with warmed cream cheese so that your mixer doesn't have to work as hard either. Turn it down, and we'll go off, and then we'll do a little scrape around to start. Keep going. Follows for everyone who puts in his name? What you mean? My lips are moving before the sound comes out, Vicky? Shouldn't be any delay. Like one of the best sound systems here. And I'm not seeing any... Well, actually I have 0.1% dropped frames right now. So you might be able to tell that. 0.1%. And sometimes I even use the heat from my hand to like warm up the cream cheese. No delay for you? Okay. Info time? For the cream cheese you're saying, Bonk? Turning her down. And hi, unlockable characters. How have you been? How are you today? Now I'm gonna grab some sugar as well as vanilla. Now it's froze? Oh man. We're having some issues then. We're doing okay, Unlockable. Yeah, seems like it's gonna be a good weekend. Syneresis. The whey continues to separate from the cheese. There we go, Bonk. We weren't even far off. Okay, good amount of vanilla. I'm gonna do about half a cup of sugar. Yeah, we learned something today. That's a check. Yeah, if someone has nice food streamers, you would love to support them. Food and drink section of Twitch is amazing. I was gonna say, Zobo Cat, if we didn't get a shout out for her, she's another food and drink streamer as well. When's the next time you're streaming, Zobo? And then I'm gonna quickly go grab the whipping cream from the fridge too, because we're gonna be adding that. If you find a lot of weight and crustiness in the cream cheese, might be a good idea to get another. It's likely too old to use. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Well, this one, even though it's like separated, it's definitely not dry or crusty. So that's all right. And I might even add just a touch of cream right now. Almost like the same way that we added a bit of milk to the yolks earlier. Just loosen it up a touch. And then obviously the only thing you have to watch, if you're adding whipping cream to this, don't over whip it because you will make butter. It's all better now? Yes. Good, Vicky. Good. Yeah, a little bit of whey is okay, so just do basically what I did. Mix it back in or drain it off. I think it's supposed to have it in the cheese, right? Which is why I mixed it back in. Seemed proper. You've used slightly separated cream cheese? You will remember that for like ever? Oh no! Did anything weird happen? So let's mix this until it's really smooth. Good with that. We'll do a scrape around. I'm also going to wipe off the spoon. Didn't clean that off earlier yet. And we're getting it out of the bucket. Perfect. Hi Eric, how are you? Not sure if you saw my dude, but we're gonna do your Chongqing noodles tomorrow. I tagged ya. We got all the ingredients today too. Specialty ones from the Asian market. I even found the preserved mustard greens and the sweet bean sauce. Nothing happened? You'll just remember the fact so you don't eat it next time. Yep. Well, that's good that nothing happened though. And hi, Alf. Yeah, favorite mixer on the internet. Also, Alf, not sure if you saw, you got a gifted sub today. Yeah, there should be stabilizers in here. Carob bean gum is the stabilizer they use there. So let's turn this back on and start just drizzling in our cream. I'll kind of whip in as we keep this mixing. And then that way I kind of dial in the texture that I want. So I said about 1.5 liters of this. Probably stop there. And then you might see some of the cold cream cheese just on the side. Let's get that off. The beaters are just like passing by it. Okay, now let's keep going. Yum, all of the dairy. You did good. Glad you saw that we're doing that, Eric. Woke up sick today after getting back from New Jersey. Dang it. Hopefully just a cold. Because you don't get allergies, right? That sucks, man. Hope you get on the mend quick. Yeah, Zobo. I love that emo. That's hilarious. So yeah, just remember to not over whip this because then you'll have cream cheese and butter separated. That would be sad. Might add a little bit more cream. Go with like that. Better to have extra than not enough, I always say. Okay, I'm gonna read that up. Thanks, Bonk. We're learning all sorts of stuff today. The Journal of Dairy Science, that's cool. So we can cross off whipped cream cheese. As it gets closer to being done, turn it down a little bit. And so then this, usually when it turns out, it just tastes like vanilla ice cream, just not frozen. It's so, so good. And very smooth. We're almost there. When you start to see the beater lines in the cream. You can also stop if you feel like you're getting close and just test. Take the beaters out. Yeah, that's really soft still. You gotta keep going. If they're floppy, you gotta keep going. If you got stiff peaks, you're good to go. Stand straight up. Whenever I make this stuff, it really makes me salivate because I know how it tastes. This is also kind of the same base I make for a tiramisu. Yeah, so much food is like science, hey bonk. Okay, now let's check. Getting there. Almost there. Like not even a minute more, I would say. If it be dripping, Zobo says you gotta keep whipping. Oh, also, I wanted to ask Zobo, how was your vacation in Costa Rica? A place I've never been, but always thought about. Let's stop there. Beautiful. Nice, stiff peak. It was a dream, I bet. I'm gonna have a taste actually too. Nice. It almost looks like ice cream, hey? Like soft serve. Mmm. The tanginess of the cream cheese is gonna go so well with the pudding. Mm-hmm. And it's not too sweet, which is what I always am looking for in my desserts. I find that if it gets too sweet, then you don't want to eat it all. You have like 2 bites and you're like, hey, this is like overwhelming on my palate. It's all about balance. Take this away. And then I think we're actually done with this for today. It's honestly just easy stuff. Easy stuff for the rest of stream now. Always do the hard things first. And then they're not like just sitting in the back of your mind, right? So let's clean off our beaters. And then I think we're just gonna scoop from this. Or the other thing I thought about again was putting it into a piping bag, which is also a really nice and clean way to distribute this. Can I knock this off on this side? Gravity. You know who would love this? Beater cleaner dog. I might save him for her. The beater cleaner dog. Oh, actually, that was one more thing I wanted to look for. Because sometimes I've also had this dessert garnished with like toffee bits, as well as the chocolate. I might have a bag of score bits kicking around. Yes. Oh no, that's a butterscotch chip. Oh yeah, we did find it. That's so good on there. Just like a little bit of like toffee flavor. So yeah, do your score bits on there, as well as our chocolate shavings that we'll do next. This is basically good to go, guys. Always clean after a good beating, Mish says. Wait, what? You love nature stuff, the ecotourism is what they're all about. Rained every day, but you didn't even care. Yeah, wear water shoes, have a raincoat. That sounds awesome, and I bet the food was really good too, hey? Okay, done with all of this. Take the cream back to the fridge. Metatone, thank you for the follow, friend. Put the vanilla away. And then next, just gonna do some chocolate shavings. That's literally the last thing we need. Ah, yeah. Food was bomb, but you wanted more spice. Always think of Central America food being spicy, and it wasn't at all. Interesting. I guess it depends on like where they got most of their influence from during like colonization, stuff like that, right? Okay, so sometimes we try to like do the chocolate shavings into the container, but honestly, last time it just worked better if we did it onto the board and then scraped it up with this into there. Yeah, nice. Like healthy, wholesome. Probably everything is like sourced locally, I would say. Or at least like 80%. And yeah, this is a dark chocolate for the shavings. Good chocolate flavor. And then see how it makes like an indent when we do this? So we just turn it around and do the other side. Hey Zobo, are you thinking of going to TwitchCon in US? Okay, we're almost done with our chocolate shavings. Do not put the foil in. And I have the foil there as like a barrier from the heat on my hands. It doesn't just melt chocolate. Okay. Still got more. You'll be there, yeah, whether you get tickets or not. Oh, sweet, a 2.5-hour drive. That's amazing. Yeah, we're hoping to go. We're just like waiting for them to release tickets still, right? Should be pretty soon, I would think. Now we're gonna build our jars. Yeah, I hope we get to go. We reserved our hotel as well. And then we're actually just deciding whether we're gonna fly or drive down. Yeah, it's been forever since we were all able to hang out. So here is this. Might almost like put the pudding in a piping bag. Give me 1 sec, guys. Sorry, I just had a sneaky bathroom break. Okay, so there's all our portions. And then I'm thinking, so if we're starting with chocolate crumbs in the bottom and it's like brown, should probably do the vanilla pudding over next, right? Just to contrast that. See another piece of foil in my chocolate? Yes. Vanilla. Let's see how you just take that off and it doesn't even stick to the top layer. Especially not with all that butter in there. Yes, please. I might actually use just a portion scoop for this. This thing, let's test it first with these ones with the wider mouth. And then, yeah, I was thinking that this will just fit in, and it's all about keeping the outside layers clean. Go one very nice full scoop down in there. And then what does this do? Maybe need like 1.5 of those. Just to like, you want to seal up the layers, guys. And then obviously keep them clean, right? That looks good. So 1. And a half. As you guys can see, you can literally just shake it around to even it out. Let's do this one next. We started with the easy one, so this is actually could get a little bit difficult now. 1.5 in each one. And then because of the texture of the pudding, guys, I think we'll be able to put the chocolate one right over. Just put it all in the fridge. Okay, now we try this one. Like I said, we're trying not to mess up the outside edge. That looks better. It looks actually so good in the jar. Let gravity do the rest of the work. Gravity. Bonk the jars. This dog's like, what is exactly happening here? What are these tasty bits? It's terrible, Mickey. I think a lot of people are actually watching it right now. Eurovision is not good. What is going on there? Isn't it supposed to be like the best of the best? R.I.P. you guys. I'm loving it because, like, you guys are European, so you know what you should be expecting. R.I.P. Oh my gosh. Not good. Okay, well, at least our stuff's going great. Now, since we know that we have enough to do another half scoop in each jar, I'm going to fill it up. It just looks more deceiving because they're not as wide as the other containers that we did first. These are gonna be full. Did the beater dog find the beaters I left there? Oh, the Samo found the beaters, guys. Okay, that's all topped up, and we even have a little bit left over. Gonna clean that off, and then we'll pack this up. Small container. Tasty vanilla pudding. Maybe I'll put some strawberries on there. Okay, next one is the chocolate. I'm just gonna rinse out our scooper, and then we'll be able to reuse it. Yeah, chef snack, which I actually might eat. Good job, crew. The pre-rinse cycle on the dishwasher. Good Astra. Samo's about to slice some meats. No, girl, leave it, please. Leaves it. There's our chocolate one, peels off, no problem. What you need?
That'll probably get eaten before it's
This?
Yep.
That's fine.
Try it.
Well, we have this as well. A little bit leftover pudding. I need a spoonful too. Mish. That's for you. Don't ask why. It happened. Just tap out the rest of the water here. It looks so good, hey? Okay, so keep going. Now, I don't know if we evenly divided the pudding yet. So I'm gonna start with a 1 scoop layer. And then it is also our hope that the layers do not combine. Which it looks like they're not. Look at this. What did we make? Oh my gosh. Hi, Westface, how are you? Okay, so start with our single scoops and then we'll see what we got left. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Yeah. Yeah, we didn't specify which chef. Both chefs got snacks. Success. This dessert is like a meal in itself. Just catching up with Mickey's, what do we say? Review of Eurovision. All I've seen is lots of flesh and terrible singing. Oofda. So sex doesn't sell then? Unless it's in a pan. Or a jar. Uno. Whoa. Don't lose the scoop out the side of the bowl. I think we'll definitely have enough for a half in each one. Let that fall off. Thank you, gravity. Ooh. Found some little vanilla swirls in here still. Who has had this dessert before? Like we said earlier, it was very popular in the 70s. So it's like kind of old school. I almost make it like once a year though still. So dang good. Okay, now we'll start distributing our half scoop. Boom, so equal amounts of pudding we got into each one. Did you just touch me? Or was that the dog tail? And then I might just have to use a spoon to spread it out a bit, this chocolate layer. The jars are okay. It's just the deli cups. Need a bit more love in them. Oh no, did my scoop thing come out? What the heck? Get the heck back in there. Thank you. Oops. I dribbled some on the edge. Puddings. Think you've had something like this, Bonk? Yeah, Mish is only 12. She wouldn't know. Oh. We're kind of low on spoons, aren't we? I'll just use the back of this. So seal up around the edge first, I would say. Just so the layers stay nice and separate. Just press the pudding onto the edge. It's also gonna taste pretty different with us not using like the Cool Whip and boxed puddings. That should make an interesting difference. Okay, so these, just give it a little shake around. If it didn't completely fill out to the edges, those all look good. Let's see our layers. Nice. And obviously we don't want too much air bubbles. That's why we do the drop. Oh. Yeah, I'll just take that. Sambo's coming in. Slicing man. We don't know any 12-year-olds who like feta.
Mish.
Only Mish. That's it. I know, that's what Amp was saying. Okay. So now I think I'll put the whipped cream cheese into a piping bag. Excuse me, Astra dog. Excuse me. And I don't even need a tip on it. We don't need it. Astra girl. Let's go this way. Let's go. Yeah, go see Dad. Three's a crowd in the kitchen in this space. You and your dog are chilling now? Nice. Okay, I just gotta flip this knot inside out. Troy, what did I miss? Everything. Oh, and Samo got the slicer cam set up. Sweet. We got sliced meats for jerky. And we also got dessert. What should I say? Dessert building. And this cream is really thick, so I'm really not too worried about it falling through the bottom of the piping bag as we fill it. Watch it just fall through. So I'm not gonna put a container underneath, and then we'll just kind of keep refilling it as we use it up. But look at it. It's so smooth. It's basically ice cream. And I've never actually frozen this mixture, but I could see it being so good.
You can try when the in-person shows up.
Yeah, guys, we're still waiting on that ice cream mixer from Incarcerum. And hi, Playa Hater. I'm glad you enjoy watching this slicer. Thank you for the 14 months in a row, friend. And then Jones and Bones. It has been forever. Have I tried meal delivery service during lockdown? No, but I am providing that service. We do skip the dishes during the week lately. And then we also deliver to our community supper club today. So now we filled our piping bag. Just twist it up. Obviously, as we twist it, the stuff's gonna come out the other end. We're good to go. And thanks, Troy. It's carpenter in the kitchen. I'm so jelly about the tools y'all have. And these are tools that we have like collected for years. And you didn't get all of this stuff at one time. Put a slice of meat in the dessert, it'll be a party. And so guys, I think what? I'll start on the outside and work my way in. Just gotta get a better angle for my left-handedness. I'm practicing on this one first just to make sure I actually like how it looks. Which I don't know if I will. I guess once we put the garnish on, it doesn't really matter. That has some weight to it though. Like, holy. Yeah, it took you lots of years to acquire all your tools, exactly. And this is like, happens in any trade, right? I think if I spin this as I pipe, it'll be better. And then, like I said, I didn't put a tip on. Okay, so that amount filled these 3.
I think this looks good.
It looks good, right?
Yeah.
It'll look better in the jar too, I think. I lost my line. Because we're using up the rest of this piping bag. Fill it in. Okay, now we'll open it back up. Those 3 are complete. Sam slices the jerky thickness. Did you change from last week?
Yeah, I put a 2 down.
We are slicing at 18, so 1.8 centimeters or 18 millimeters. And yeah, it is quite thick, guys. We do a thick slice on there. Obviously it shrinks as it dries, and that way you don't end up with like paper thin jerky. Still got some like chew to it. We're doing the numbers, Mish. Not that we want to, but because we have to. Filled back up. Some cream on the container. Putting sugary icing on pulverized pork pudding? What? That sounds disgusting. Why would I do that? My hands are kind of sticky, but we got this. I'm literally trying to like seal up this stuff on the edge of the jar without getting any air holes is my first step here. I'll show you that. Did pretty good. And then we can start building it up a bit more. Nice little dollop like that, I would say. Sam almost lost the meat. Really, Mish?
No.
What's he doing back there? I wasn't watching. Guys, thanks for watching. He says no. Says shh, shouldn't have been watching that. You saw it? Okay, I'm just gonna do the outsides first on all these and then we'll fill it in. Repetition is key. See what I deal with all the time, Samo? They're on it. You give them the inch, they'll take that mile. 1.9 times the height of a standard Lego brick. Thank you. That is the thickness of the jerky. I'll make sure I advertise it that way as well at the market. Thickness of the jerky is 1.9 times the size of a Lego brick. Everyone should know this. Okay, I don't know if I have enough in here to do the outer layer. Maybe just enough. Nah. I'm just gonna scoop that off and let it drop. My hands are sticky. There's like juices coming out through the piping bag. Just blame Bonk. That's all we can do, really.
I like how people volunteer for this.
They campaigned even. This was a full campaign, Samo. And another round. And then after this, we're cooking some rice. And I think while the rice cools, we'll make our ginger sesame sauce. Okay, got all the edge now. Now you just finish with the dollop. Yeah, Samo's laughing at it. I don't know why. Bonk's like, I committed to this for you guys. It's not funny. This is serious.
It's amazing.
It is awesome. Bam, chat. Let's fill in this other one. Now we got some
2 more
leftovers. Okay, I'm just gonna go rinse off. 5 pounds of chicken thighs. Yum. 5 pounds of thighs you threw out? Why? That's so much food. What happened? That's like one thing that we make sure we never waste is like meat, just because it's so expensive. It takes a lot of effort to raise the animals. That's Saja. Saja. Okay, last 2 garnishes, chocolate shavings and some score biddies. Whoa, why'd you do that? You gotta watch your scene then.
Oh.
What are you doing to us, man?
What are you doing?
These are the things a streamer must do.
I was waiting for you to come back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Was in the fridge all week. You should have cooked them. Like, that's the best thing to do. If you know that you're not gonna use something and you can't freeze it, just cook it off. And then it's gonna last you another week at least. Okay, this. Yeah, just pan fry it or bake it, right, Bonk? Okay, so dribble in some score bitlies. So nice and crunchy. So this is what I've read up, Mish. Freezing literally just puts the bacteria to sleep. It doesn't kill it. So when you re-thaw it, or when you thaw it again, I should say, words are hard sometimes, the bacteria comes back to life. So it's better to actually just cook it instead. I looked it up because I was also interested in that. But yeah, it just sits dormant, which sucks.
What's the first rule of cleaning the slicer?
Always zero it.
Yes.
Thank you.
How do I know this? Ask from experience.
Cause Samo
Ouch!
lost his fingerprint one time. And I picked it up. I was like, I think this is yours.
That looks absolutely incredible.
I think we did good on this dessert.
I think you did great on that dessert.
That sounds like Finn. She'll just go out and buy like food at the butcher shop that she thinks looks good. She admits she's not the best cooker. Rando is the cooker in the house if we're not around. She just like buys stuff. It's like, can you make something good with this? And he's like, yep. You can't just run it through the dishwasher? What, the slicer? Dang. Okay, so now some chocolate shavings.
Nope, it takes some time.
I have been eyeing up the commercial dishwasher still at the business Costco.
$7,500.
Yeah, 7.5 grand. This is sex in a jar. And sex in a cup. What do you?
I'm gonna bring.
Yeah, they all gotta go in the fridge.
Yeah, but then you can probably put these ones over here. Do you have room for that?
No. That's a not. Okay, look at this. Guys, look at those nice even layers. And then here's how the other ones came out for us. We don't need fancy jars. Yeah, very special, low calorie, no fat. Thank you. So that's it. And now that will sit, I would say about 2 hours before it's nice and settled and cooled off completely. But I mean, you could probably eat it semi-warm and that would be tasty. So up to you. Nice one, dearly. Thank you. Okay, so now we do a little cleanup. And now we're getting into some savory stuff. There's a snack for cooker dog on the slicer. Ooh, cooker dog. Okay, just wait. Just wait. I need to move this. 1 second. Let's do this. This is cooker dog's snack. Just have to go wash my hands. Meat bits. She says, hell yeah. Cooker dog, cooker raw dog. Beef for the beast. So happy. She's the best. The goal is to cook 1 fresh meal and 2 to 3 leftovers. I think you will be able to, Troy. And Giovalivi, thank you for the follow. Okay, I'm just packing up our leftover whipped cream here. Put that in a container in the fridge as well. And then we're good. Is it like a liter? Liter and a bit? What?
Huh?
What did you do?
No.
Why are you whistling like you did it?
I didn't do nothing.
Chat? Okay, just rinse that out, please, after you're done with it. I gotta make a sesame sauce after, so it's not that bad. Or just pour out your stuff that you're steeping into a Cambro, right? That's an option.
Oh, just wait till you're done.
Okay. I'm doing it next after I get the rice cooked. Thank you.
Will there be garlic in your dressing?
A little bit.
Okay.
It's garlic scented. Pre-garlicked.
I'm putting sesame in this one too. So.
Perfect then. Bonk clipped it. Hi, John and Sue. You came back.
Shit.
Okay, I need to go watch. Yeah, you came in earlier this morning too. You're from London. I've been there before. What do you do with all the food you make?
We eat it.
We eat it, so I usually cook 4 portions for our household. And then on Saturdays, we do a community supper club. So we cook for some local people that live in the area and then go drop off food to them. Today we are making 8 portions of food. Yeah, no secrets. And Lil Valk, yeah, I don't see the blanket. Blanket stream. Oh, the whipping cream. I literally didn't see that. Where was I? Washing my hand?
Yep.
You. Thanks, Bonk. I might do the experiment and freeze this. Maybe it's like the best cheesecake ice cream ever. You wouldn't even know. How am I? I am actually feeling better. Thanks for asking. I just have been having some digestion issues. So I got a prescription and then we're gonna monitor for 2 weeks. And then hopefully that fixes things. Looks like I just don't have enough to fit in here. Split it. And like, let's be honest, digestion issues are like some of chefs' like most feared things. So yeah, I'm really hoping for the best. Yeah, send over a pudding for John and Sue. And Jones and Bones, thank you so much for the 500 biddies. Antibiotic? No, luckily I don't have to go on antibiotics, Bonk. Yeah, at least it's not that bad, because I bet that would be kind of hard to stream even. Okay, so I just have to put a lid on that, and we're cooking some rice. I'm thinking for our 8 portions of rice, I like to do like 1.5 cup portion per person once it's cooked, right? Grab our lids. Yeah, some antibiotics just wreck you, right? Is there a difference between slow defrost and a bowl of water method? You have frozen ground elk. You'll be okay, Scat. Just pop it in the water and you'll be fine. That's actually something that is recommended in like commercial kitchens. If you have to quick thaw something, you just get your sink filled with water. And then the way that the drains are in the kitchen sinks is you can keep the water flowing like a small amount and it'll keep draining out. So the water's gonna stay cold in there the whole time. But like for a household use, honestly, you're just cooking for yourself, not someone else. You don't have to be as careful. Just put in water. Probably take about an hour to thaw and then you're good. Yeah, cold water. Okay, I will be back. Also gonna put our sugar away since we're done with all the sweetness. I mean, hey, people have been sawing meat just on the counter out for many, many years. So if that's okay, I think you'll be all right.